channel. If you are new here, my name is Georgia and every single Friday I bring to you a brand new Vintageish video. On my channel you can find Vintageish fashion, pin-up and retro style and a little bit of chit-chat. Today I'm going to show my top 3 tips for finding your retro mojo again and getting your style vibes back on track. If you love all things vintage and pin-up, or you're just here for my glorious background, well my friends, I highly recommend you hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on, and you'll never miss another video. So we are well on into the new year and I can't really say much has changed. We're in lockdown, the pandemic is still sticking around, and yeah, I mean, I'm just full of sunshine this week, right? I don't know about you, but sometimes this time of the year can really make you feel like you have lost your mojo. Of course, it's not specific to just January. At certain points during the year, obviously, you can still feel like you've lost your mojo. It could be you've had changes in your life, or you've started doing different things perhaps. Maybe you just feel like you are stuck in a rut. I know for me personally, I used to work in a corporate office. I had my corporate office looks down. And then I moved to a really informal workplace and I was just so confused. Pin-up wardrobe for the office consisted of coloured heels and pin-up wiggle skirts, nice tailored fitted dresses. But when I changed my job, we were all wearing jeans and I was like, what? And it definitely put me in a bit of a style rut. I just had to really figure out kind of who I was again in a different setting, I guess. If you feel like you're stuck in a rut, well, never fear. G is here to try and help you shrug yourself out of it. I think when you dress alternative or you love vintage fashion or style, you are probably a little bit more used to being in a style rut than some. Because if you follow high street trends or whatever's in the shops, you literally have people telling you twice a year what to wear. As a fashion lover myself, I'm obviously glued to when they release new collections for spring, summer and autumn, winter. I'm always really curious to see what everyone will be wearing in a few months. These designers, they're setting the trends and they literally hold your hand. They lead you into what they believe is going to be stylish and fashionable and what you should be wearing. So I think that really kind of helps you feel a bit fresher, maybe like your wardrobe can always work for you and you kind of know what to wear because everyone else is wearing it, I guess. However, of course, when you dress alternatively or a vintage style, retro, however, there just isn't much guidance. You can look back in the day to see how they actually did dress in the 50s or the 40s, the 60s, whatever era you're into, but there's nobody telling you, okay, you should wear it like this, or that's appropriate, or that will make you feel great, or that really suits you. It just doesn't exist. If you have lost your mojo, well, I've got some tips. The first one would be start with accessories. Now, sometimes a good accessory can really help jazz up an outfit, for want of a better word. You'd start with a pair of earrings perhaps, or flowers in your hair, or a bag that you love, a beret or a hat. Something like this can really just help you slowly make your way back to the style that you love. If you're experimenting with accessories and don't actually have any, maybe you could try the hair flower, or you could try a brooch, or just something small. It's just a little step that can really help you remember why you like this style. Now, I want to know, what do you do to help inspire yourself when you are stuck in a style rut? Because these are obviously just my top tips. If you have anything that you do differently, leave me a comment below because I would really love to know. And maybe you can help inspire me when I'm stuck in a style rut. So number 2 on my top tip list would have to be a wardrobe clear out. It's so easy just to open your wardrobe doors and look at all your clothes and just feel dead inside. Maybe if you're not as dramatic as me, a little uninspired perhaps. Now, I recently read an article about a lady who wore the same dress for 100 days. Now, she wore it so many ways. It was really interesting just to see how she styled it. I mean, if you want to read it, I'll pop a link in the description box below, but I was genuinely flabbergasted that she could wear the same thing, and it was a black dress. I mean, I would have problems with that, but it was the same dress. She wore it 100 days. She washed it overnight and then she wore it the next day, and it's just amazing. So when you're feeling a style rut next time, just remember this lady that wore the same item for 100 days. So my wardrobe is obviously large. I'm not even gonna pretend. But even I open it and sometimes just look at it and just go, pfft. Even though there are things in there that I've worn maybe a handful of times, some I've worn loads of times, some I've never worn, but I look at things and just think, no, not today. So my challenge to you is to grab 10 items from your wardrobe. They could be items that you don't wear, they could be items that you've worn loads but just can't seem to find that inspiration to wear again. I want you to lay them out on the bed, and then I want you to try them all on in front of the mirror and just have fun with it. Style them a little bit differently, perhaps mix and match them. If you really do not love them after doing this, it's time to donate them, okay? It's time to recycle, give them to another home that will love them, or a charity shop or something else, but you have to get rid. You cannot keep clothes that you do not like in your wardrobe. Now, I try and do this about once a month, just so that my wardrobe constantly rotates. I can give things to charity, make sure I'm recycling. A lot of my things are vintage, so it just means that I'm just refreshing my wardrobe constantly. And it really helps me feel like I've got something new in my wardrobe all the time. Even if I'm just taking things out of my wardrobe and putting it in a bag to not look at it for a couple of months, and then it comes back out, I'm like, oh, it's a brand new dress, when actually it's just been in storage for a bit. Having a clear out might actually help you see your own clothes in a different light. And my final tip is to dig out all of your old pictures. Find those outfits that you were wearing that made you feel the most confident or you felt the best in, and just have a look. Take a trip down memory lane and just reminisce, even if you look at them and think, what on earth were you going through, hun, back then? This process is super important. It can really help you remember, why do you dress like that? What is it about the style that you love? Why does it make you feel that way? Sometimes I look at the 60s mini dresses that I have in my wardrobe and I just think to myself, I was brave back then. I mean, back then, I mean like a year ago, 2 years ago. But I just feel uninspired sometimes by them. And then I look at old pictures and remember that I have that polo neck that can go under that one, or I have those coloured tights I used to wear with that one, and then all of a sudden I love them again. Of course, style does evolve and your style will evolve. And looking back at old photos can really help inspire you. This is you. This is your style. Nobody else dresses better than you because nobody else is you. Your unique style is what makes you you. How you pair something together becomes your own style. And this can really help you get your mojo back. Here are some of my favourite selfies that I look at when I feel uninspired or I feel like I'm just wearing the same things over and over again. For watching today, guys. I really appreciate your time. If you don't know already, I am a blogger. You can find me at www.georgiaharrop.com. I'll pop a link in the description box below. If you fancy a read or if you just check it out, I would absolutely love to know. See you next Friday for another Vintageish video, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share.